My name is Chloe. Last night, I was completely alone in my suburban townhouse. My roommates were out celebrating a birthday downtown, leaving me with a rare, quiet night to fold laundry and catch up on my favorite podcasts. By 1:15 a.m., a heavy storm had knocked out the streetlights outside, plunging the neighborhood into a pitch-black stillness. I was sitting on the living room rug, pairing socks, when the digital smart display on the kitchen counter chimed. Normally, the screen just displays the time, weather, and a rotating gallery of travel photos I took last summer. But suddenly, the screen violently flickered, transitioning from a picture of a beach to a live, green-tinted night vision feed. I frowned, crawling over to the counter. The smart display was synced to our front door camera. I looked closely at the screen. The porch was completely empty, the dark rain pelting the welcome mat. I reached out to swipe the screen back to the clock, but the interface locked up. The display automatically refreshed, switching to a different camera angle. This feed wasn't coming from the front porch. The text overlay at the top left of the video read, "Internal feed, kitchen cabinet." My heart did a sudden, heavy thud against my ribs. We didn't own any indoor cameras. The video on the screen showed a high-angle view of the exact kitchen I was standing in. In the center of the frame, I could see the back of my own head as I leaned over the counter, staring down at the display. The perspective of the camera was coming from the dark, narrow gap between the top refrigerator panel and the drywall ceiling. Panic, cold and sharp, flooded my chest. I didn't turn around. I kept my eyes locked dead center on the monitor screen, my breath catching violently in my throat. In the live video feed, a shape began to slowly materialize from the dark space above the refrigerator. It was impossibly thin, its limbs a pale, bruised shade of gray, its joints bending completely backward like a spider. It had no eyes or nose, just a wide, jagged horizontal tear across its jaw that was stretched into a wet, toothless grin. As I watched in absolute paralyzed horror, the entity slowly extended a single skeletal arm, reaching its multi-jointed fingers down toward my right shoulder. My phone violently vibrated in my palm, nearly jumping out of my hand. A system warning from the smart home app slid down across the screen. Network error. Local data streaming has exceeded capacity. Unknown user has established physical administration of the grid. Current host is scheduled for immediate deletion. At that exact microsecond, the smart display on the counter violently shattered inward, its glass screen popping as the kitchen lights completely died, plunging the room into absolute darkness. Through the heavy silence, I didn't hear footsteps. I only heard the faint, wet sound of a finger dragging lazily down the side of the metal refrigerator, just inches behind my back. Suddenly, my phone screen flickered back to life on its own, typing out a final automated text message in my notifications tray, sent from my own smart display account. "The lighting is much better in the dark, Chloe. Turn around so we can finalize the frame. Double tap if your chest just tightened. Share this with someone who loves scary stories, and hit that follow button right now so you never miss another midnight nightmare."